And we are live. Yes, we are live. I see the yellow button glowing right there. Hey guys, this is Lisa Torres here. Welcome to the Prosperity Team Training Hangout. We usually actually just invite our team members to these hangouts, but we actually open our team training to the public here that we do every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, because we believe in adding value to the community, and just getting out there and inspiring people who are trying to build their businesses online. So I'll share a little bit about me, and then I'm going to bring out my guest that I have tonight, who's going to share some really valuable information with you and teach you basically how to market like a professional on the internet and spend really just cents, small amounts of money for laser targeted leads. So if you're excited about that, we want to hear from you right down in the chat room right here. We want to hear from you if you're excited to learn how to do that. So before we get into the training, let me just introduce myself really quickly. I know many of you already know who I am, but there's several people on this hangout that have absolutely no idea. So again, my name is Lisa Torres. This is the Prosperity Team Hangout that you are on right now, that we do every Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the team and for the public. And I've actually been online since 2008. When I got laid off from my job, I made a decision that internet marketing was going to be my way of making my own paychecks. And so when I got laid off from my job in 2008, I never looked back. I made a commitment to learning the skill sets that it needs to build a successful business online. And here I am today, 6 years later, and it's been the best journey I can possibly have, right? Because it allowed me to actually stay home, do the things that I want to do, pay all the bills, and we're just, sitting here with a bunch of like-minded people and on our team, in our community, just sharing a ton of information with each other to help each other grow. And so that's what we want to share with you tonight. We want to give you the opportunity to come to our hangouts every week so that you can learn the things that we are implementing in our business that's pretty much working now for us, so that you can take that training, that skill set, and start developing it yourself so you can go out there and get the same kind of results. So we're excited to have you here. Our guest tonight, her name is Irina Uralina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She's actually from Zakistan, but she actually lives in Orlando, Florida right now. She's married, and she's been in internet marketing online, building her business for 3 years now. She's been using the system that we have here that we are using to build our businesses too, which is Empower Network. She's been with them for 2 years now. She's made well over $60,000. That's pretty much a full-time income for some people per year. And so clearly you want to listen to people that are having success, right? And when we bring people out on our hangouts every week, because we have a different guest every single week, it's really just people that are committed to success, committed to building their financial situation online, and who want to come and bring that value to the table. And so I called on Irina to come out and share some information with you so that you can actually take what she's going to teach you tonight and implement it yourself. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Irina. There you go. You are live.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. I guess I want to start with my story, kind of my background, where I came from and how I got into online business. Because if you knew me like 4 years ago, I would tell you business and I just not gonna click. We're never gonna go together. I was brought up thinking that business people, they gonna steal money from you, they're gonna take money from you, they're gonna rip you off, and they're just not the good people in general. So when my husband got involved in business, and I kind of tagged along with him because, well, he's my husband, I have to support him. So I was like, well, okay, I'm just gonna, get into it, see what it is. But I was not really, 100% there. I was still doing things, and oh my God, the things that we did, it was just like crazy. I would never think that I would do something like that. Like one of the things, and my husband is like laughing here. One of the things that we did, because my husband is from Russia and I'm from Kazakhstan, we don't really have a lot of friends or people here in Orlando, Florida. So when we got into our first MLM company, we did not have a warm market. We had like 10 friends, and 5 of them were our mutual friends. And after 2 weeks, they stopped talking to us because we were going to parties, not to hang out with people, but to prospect and to find a new victim, to show our compensation plan and, show the products and all that stuff. So we lost our friends. We did not have anyone. And our sponsor told us, well, just go to the malls and prospect at the malls. So that's what we did. And we came up with this like game to make it a little bit more fun, that we're going to go in like separate directions with my husband. And we're going to come back and see who has the most numbers. So I would come back with most numbers. And but here's how it worked. I would go to guys and I would say, hey, we opened the business, we're expanding, we're looking for, more like-minded people. Are you interested? And they would give me their phone numbers, and I would be so excited. Oh my God, they're interested. They want to know what I have to say. And then I would come back to my husband, and I would give him all the phone numbers that I gathered and make him call. So he would explain them more about what we do. And when he calls, he would go, hey, this is, my name is Damir. I'm calling about the business. My wife told me that you're interested. And the guys would be like, business? What kind of business? I never asked for a business. I thought that girl was just like...
I figured that would be what their answer is.
Yeah. They were thinking I was kind of flirting with them and asking for their phone number. And I was so excited, oh, I got the phone number. So that was one of the things that we did. But we did so many other things. Like we did cold calling. We found numbers on Google. And we would just call them and we would try to sell people on what we have to offer. And that was just so humiliating for me, because one thing, I'm a shy person. I was a shy person. If you tell me like 3 years ago that I was speaking, on a hangout in front of so many people, I would tell you, oh, you gotta be joking. Me talking more than like one sentence, I would never do that. So when I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so when we were calling, that was really humiliating for me, and I had to overcome a lot of my fears. So that was a big journey for us. And when we came across Empower Network, our lives just changed, like literally pretty much overnight, I can say, because within like a week or 2 weeks that we joined Empower Network, we made our first $500. And that for us at that time, that was a lot of money, because the most we made in our company, in our MLM company, was like $150, and we would spend $300 on auto-ship. So we pretty much lost the money, and here we actually made the money and we were in profit. So that was pretty amazing, and we realized, okay, well, that's what we want to do, that's where we want to stay, and that's what we want to build, and that's what we've been doing ever since. And fast forward to now, it's like, what, 2 years later, we don't have a job. All we do is Empower Network full-time. We live a lifestyle. We're moving to the beach in like a couple of weeks with our friends, just because we can. We're not tied to any place, and we travel in the world. We're just doing whatever we want, and we're having just the blast.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And I guess let's dive into the nitty-gritty, the good stuff. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen, okay?
Okay.
Let me see. All right. All right, can you see it?
No.
No.
Oh, yep, I see it now.
Okay, hold on. All right, you see it?
I see it now, yep.
All right, so what I want to talk about today is advertising on Facebook. Because when we just started online, this is the first thing that we learned, is how to advertise on Facebook. And actually, this is how we got online. We actually clicked on the ad on Facebook, and that's how we learned about online industry. So first of all, why do you want to advertise on Facebook? Well, there's the statistics are from last year, 2013, and there's 500 million people who are using Facebook. And there is half of that, which means it's like 250 million people who are logging in into their Facebook accounts every day. And also, those people who log into Facebook accounts every day, they spend on average 700 minutes, which is pretty much almost 12 hours on Facebook. So how would that be if you put your link, if you put your offer in front of that, that big of a crowd? It's not like, your warm market where you have like 100 people or even 1,000 people. You're putting yourself in front of like 500 million people, and they can see what you have to offer. But there is a challenge. And the challenge is that when people go to Facebook, they're not really looking for an opportunity. They just go on Facebook to socialize, to look at some pictures, look at some videos, connect with their friends, see what their friends are doing. And what we as a marketers do, we interrupt what they're doing. Our goal is to interrupt their activities and to get them click or, look at what we have to offer. So how we do that, and when I was preparing this presentation, in the beginning I thought, well, I'm just gonna share them, how I create my ads, what I do. And then I decided that it's not really gonna be fair to people, because what I'm gonna do, I'm pretty much gonna give you the fish, and I'm not gonna teach you how to fish. And what I wanna do right now is I wanna teach you how to fish. I want you to know how to think and how to create an ad, because if something happens, if Facebook changes their, how to create an ad or how to do something, you still know how to create that ad, what makes people tick, what makes them, click on the ad. And this is what I want to accomplish here. I want to show you how, how to think as a marketer. So, yeah, the psychology of, of the marketing on Facebook. And right now I'm talking about the right-hand side ads, but I believe this applies also to, the newsfeed ads and other things that you're doing on Facebook. So, I had to grab a sip of water. So first of all, you have to know your audience, because, if you have a good offer, like the best offer out there that can possibly be, but if you're offering it to a wrong person, they're never gonna buy it. So like, you can't sell steak to a vegetarian because they're just simply not interested. And even if you're gonna put like the best ad, or the best ad, the best copy, the best picture, they're just not gonna buy it because they don't like steaks. They like vegetables and things like that. So that's why it's really important, before you market, you gotta know who is your target audience and whom you would like to reach. And how do you know who's your target audience, right? I mean, you have to kind of figure out how to do that. So have some customer avatar. I learned this probably like a year ago from one of the marketers that I was working with, and he said that it's really good to, before you start marketing, to create a customer avatar, to create your perfect buyer, perfect team member that you want to work with. And this is what my husband and I did when we just started. We wrote down what kind of person we would like to work. If it's someone young, is it someone, older? Is it someone who's active, who likes to go to the movies? Or, just you kind of write down what you're looking for in your team member. And there are some questions that are going to help you out. So who is the perfect customer or team member for you? Just think about it, write it down. You don't have to do it right now. You can do it, after we're done with the hangout. So what is your customer into? What do they like? Do they like health and wellness? Do they like self-development? Maybe they like, I don't know, Robert Kiyosaki books. Maybe they like the movie Secret. Think about all these things. And also, what are their challenges? What are they struggling with? Are they struggling to make money? Are they struggling to, get leads? Or what are they struggling? Really think, put yourself in their shoes and really think about, what are they struggling? And then the next question you should be asking yourself is, what are they searching for? So for example, if they're struggling with leads, they probably are searching for a way how to make more leads, how to get leads cheaper, how to get laser targeted leads. So think about how to get leads fast too. Yeah, that works. And also think what makes them happy, because at the end of the day, we think we're joining, like for example, us, my husband and I, we joined Empower for money because it was, it was comparably easy to make money with Empower Network. However, we stayed with Empower Network not because of the money. We stayed because of the culture, we stayed because of the community, and we stayed because of the leaders and the people that we surround ourselves with. So think what makes your people, your customer, your potential customer happy, and kind of give it to them. You got to portray that happiness when you working with people, because people join you, they not join business. And this is such a cliche, but this is so true. And so how would you so now you know your avatar, your perfect customer, but how would you use that on Facebook, right? Well, what would you do with that? And I have an example of Robert Kiyosaki. He was, I think it was one of the books, my first books on business, how to kind of expand my mind. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was pretty amazing for me at that time. So this is this is the image I took this morning when I was preparing for this presentation. So right here on the red line, it shows 1,800,000 people like this post. And when you see that, ask yourself a question. Is it really the people who are really active on this page? I mean, honestly, have you ever liked something and then you just forgot about it? You liked it because, someone asked you to like it, or you liked it because, this is what you liked at that moment. Maybe you liked, I don't know, some kind of music, or, you just like something. It doesn't mean you're gonna like it forever. And this is what the number shows. It's people who like it, but they're not exactly, 100% active on the page. So you don't really want to go after not active people, because you'll be just simply wasting your money going after people who are not interested. So how do you go after people who are active and are interested? And here's, I took the screenshots because I wasn't sure if, everything would be working. So here's the screenshot of his, he made a post and he had all these people commenting on it. And these are the people who are commenting. These are the people that you want to go after, because they're active, they constantly, commenting something, they're looking at something, they want to know what he's sharing, and most likely they have open mind. Because I like to go after niches that people have open mind, whether it's salespeople or, people who are in self-development, because, it's easier for them to grasp of what I have to offer. So just for the purpose of, for the demonstration purposes, I commented on his post, because I didn't want to take, some random person and just put their link here. So I decided to comment and be kind of a guinea pig here. So here's my post. And on Facebook, when you click on somebody's profile, it's going to give you this kind of link. So this link right here, the facebook.com/Arina Irakova, this is my maiden name. This is what you're going to see when you're going to click on, people's profiles. And what do you do with this? I know you're asking, like, why are you showing me this? What do you do with this? Well, here's what you do with this. You copy this link and you go to Google and you type Facebook user ID, and pretty much the first thing that's going to pop up, it's going to be find your Facebook ID, and you're going to paste your Facebook link that you took from that person, and you're going to paste it there, and it's going to give you this number. So pretty much every single person on Facebook has this number, and you as a marketer can actually upload this number and create a custom audience of people to whom you can market, your product. So if you're going, imagine if you would kind of extract all these people that are commenting. If you take all their, these numbers and you put them on Facebook and you market directly to them, so you're pretty much marketing to people who are open and who are interested in what you have to offer. You're not wasting your, your money on marketing to people who just not interested. And that's how you're going to save a lot of money when you do Facebook PPC. I learned it, and it's just amazing how much money you can actually save. But the obvious question right now is, okay, I mean, who is going to do it, extract every single person? It's just humanly impossible to do that. Like, you need at least 2,000 people to market to them. Well, good for us. We live in, in a good time. We have all this technology, and smart people create different softwares. So there is a lot of softwares on the market, and what I have here are just a few softwares. I'm sure there are a lot more than that. And you can use those softwares to extract the audience from Facebook. So Face Sniper, Social Bump, Social Lead Freak, and if you want to look more for more softwares, I think what's it called? Warrior Forum. Warrior Forum will be a good place to look for those softwares. And if you are interested in the software, I suggest you ask your sponsor for the link. Maybe they're already using it and they can give it to you, because they do pay commission, and I think you would like your team to ask you too. So just ask, sponsor your friend, whoever you think is better to ask. So these are the softwares that's going to help you to extract your target audience and to market to your target audience. Now that we figured out about the audience and whom we're gonna market to, let's talk about images, because like I said before, you are when you're marketing on Facebook, your goal is to attract and interrupt people's attention. And Facebook is really, we're really ADD on Facebook. I go on Facebook to create ad, and 30 minutes later I think like, okay, hold on a second, what I was doing here? Because I was looking at, news feed, videos, people post something, I comment something, and, I got distracted. So how you actually make people get distracted on your ad? How you do that? Well, first of all, when you create an image, you have to use bright images, not the blue or black color, because blue is color of Facebook, and you're just gonna blend in with, the other Facebook images. Second of all, beautiful girl pictures. Nothing, nothing weird here. It's just beautiful, face of a beautiful girl. Face of a beautiful girl attracts attention, not just for guys. It's just for girls too. Because when my husband and I were clicked on the ad, it was image of a beautiful girl in a I think it was like red naked border. No, not naked. My husband is making fun of me here. Not naked, just beautiful pictures of beautiful girls. Number 3 is you gotta add borders, frames, bright frames. Again, bright colors like red or green, anything bright, but not blue. Another play with words. Oh yeah, when you create an image, sometimes it's good to put some words on your image, like Facebook doesn't like when you put words free. I know that for sure. They never allow me that ad to run. But there are some, I have some examples of images on the next slide, so bear with me here. Number 5, be careful with logos. If you are going after like some companies and you want to use logos, not so good. I mean, it might work, but Facebook is going to ban you, and you're going to get in trouble for that. So don't do that. We did it, we got in trouble, and we don't do it again. And number 6, horizontal images. When I was preparing for this presentation, I saw a lot of people having vertical images, and they don't really show what it is, because vertical image is just kind of like half of the image. It just doesn't look good. Make sure you always use horizontal images with the frames or with words, whatever whatever you trying to get out there, just make sure you use that. And here are some examples. So these are the ads that I saw today. So for example, this Living Social, it doesn't grab attention. The image doesn't grab my attention. The text, not really. Living Social, you know, nothing really grabs attention. The same as here. It doesn't really stand out above the crowd. So what I kind of did, I added these borders. It makes a little bit of a difference, but if I would be marketing this, I would definitely use a different image, and because this just doesn't grab the attention. These ads, on the other hand, at the bottom, they all grabbed my attention. Like this one is actually a perfect example of a good ad. It has green border, which stands out on Facebook. It has black background, which is pretty cool because it definitely attracts attention. It's not something on the white background. And it has white words, so it just pops out. The first thing I see, it just pops out. This one, the green one, it also pops out. Don't pay attention to the text right now. We're only talking about images. This green one stands out too because it's green, it's bright, you know, you kind of get distracted. And once you see the image, then you're going to read what it says here, you know, the ad copy, which we're going to talk about later. So your goal, the first thing people pay attention to on Facebook a lot of times is the image. So your goal is to be creative, and it doesn't mean if I told you got to use green border, that's all you got to use. No, you got to be creative. You got to, you know, you got to test a lot of things before you find what's working exactly for you. Because there are, you know, so many niches, so many things you can do, and the more creative you are with your images, the better. Just remember, you have to grab their attention. You have to make them kind of stop, look at it, and say, hey, wait a second, what is this? I wanna, you know, I wanna know more about it. So this is what you're kind of looking for. This is kind of what you're thinking about when you're looking for an image. So once you find the image, it's time to work on some copy. And copy is actually really interesting, and it's probably one of my favorite things to do with an ad, because you just can do so many things you have no idea. And one of the good advices I've ever gotten from my mentors was to study your competition. Study competition doesn't mean you only study people who are online. No, you study competition everywhere. You study what attracts your attention. If you're driving in a car on the highway, what grabs your attention? What kind of billboard? What kind of colors they're using? You pay attention pretty much everywhere you go. You pay attention. You write it down. Let me grab a sip of water. Sorry about that. So you pretty much looking on what gets your attention. Was it a word? Was it the way that word was written down? And it's a good thing. I've been doing this for a while now. Whenever I'm online, I'm just taking a screenshot of capture pages. I'm taking screenshots of images, screenshots of like ad copies that really grab my attention. And another thing that my husband and I do, we buy things. You know, you should be okay with buying things, because why we buy things? Not because we need more things, obviously not. But we buy things just to see the sales funnel. We buy things to see, okay, on this, you know, page the person used this kind of words. On the next page the person used another type of words. And then when you thought you were done with buying, they actually give you an upsell. And this is what you have to develop. You are developing a marketer's eye, because, you know, if I'm just gonna tell you right now, okay, this is the copy that you're gonna use, this is the image that you're gonna use, and I don't know how many people watching, you know, this hangout, but even, for example, like 1,000 people gonna watch this hangout, you all gonna go and use the same copy, use the same image, and target maybe the same audience. So what's gonna happen? You're pretty much gonna create competition for yourself, and you're not gonna get good results, because first of all, you're not standing out from the crowd. You're just like the same blur as everyone else. You're using the same image. So you have to kind of remember how, not remember, but think. Yeah, and first of all, Facebook, we live in a such age that everything goes so fast and everything is constantly changing. So whatever was working like a week ago, it doesn't mean it's going to be working tomorrow. So you have to kind of get into psychology on how to market things, not exactly the not exactly on the how to, like, okay, how to set up the ad. That's like the minor thing. It's really easy to put together. But the psychology on how to, put the copy, how to use the image, this is really important. And I wanted to share with you these books as you see them on the screen. These three books have really, and for my husband too, because have you ever wondered how gurus and all like top pro marketers, they come up with this, like, I don't know, amazing taglines, amazing headlines, like, I don't know, what was it? Like money making machine, or I don't know, like, I should have thought of some examples, but like, money making machine, or Vic is actually really good at that, and that's where I learned it. So these books are, you should, not you should, you must get them if you want to learn how to market, because every time you thinking of like creating an ad, or even like when when I'm thinking about doing a hangout, and I'm thinking about the headline for the hangout, this is where I go. I go to these books, and I kind of browse through them and see what words catches my attention. And I'm using those words, and I'm kind of putting them up together in a sentence. And the amazing things happen. You'll be surprised how well of the sales, not funnels, but sales lines, sales messages you can come up to. And yeah, get those books. They are on Amazon. They're not that expensive, like $10. And honestly, like, if you are to take one nugget from my presentation, that would be these books. This is like, I'm sorry, my cat is like yelling here. These are, you should have them. You should go through them, and that will definitely help you in creating your, ad copy, especially on Facebook. Now let's talk about particular about the ad copy, and what you should pay attention when creating an ad copy. So remember, your goal is to grab their attention. First, you grab their attention with the image. And once they look at the image, they're looking for more. Okay, so how can you grab their attention with your copy? Well, one of the things I realized on Facebook right now is the shorter your ad copy, the better. Because if we look back to our images right here, these ad copies actually stands out. Not that they say like something good on the ad, like enjoy 10% off. That wouldn't grab my attention. But if you say something that grabs their attention, like, I don't know, if you like this, you're gonna like this. If you like N, you will like Z. That's gonna grab their attention. Okay, if I like this, I might like this. I'm gonna go check it out. Because a lot of times what I see, and if you pay attention, you're gonna notice it more. Like, a lot of people, when they create an ad, they fill up all the space of their copy. There's like 140 or 180 symbols that you can put, and they make sure they use all of that space. And that's, we live in such a fast-paced world. I don't have time to read this. I honestly don't have time to create a mobile app for your business, like, unless I'm like super interested and I was looking for that. So if you want to interrupt person's attention, you create something short. And here's the key: you don't tell them what it is. Your goal is to build curiosity. Your goal is to make them curious. Your goal is to make them want to click on your ad and see what's on the other page. That's what you are working on to achieve with your ads. And okay, hold on. Nope, not the right one. Okay, so yeah, your goal is to make them curious, and your goal is to, to see to make them click on your ad. And another thing, you gotta stay congruent. Whatever you say on your ad, for example, if you say, I don't know, I like yoga. If you like yoga, you like this. And if people click on your ad and they go to a CAPTCHA page and it says, learn how you can, learn how you can box in like 5 days. This is not congruent. This is not what I was looking for. Just kind of people get, they get confused. They don't know what it is. They clicked on yoga, they go to boxing. Like, how did that happen? So if you want your people, your customers, your clients to opt into your CAPTCHA page, you want to stay congruent. You want to say on the ad the same exact thing that you're saying on the CAPTCHA page. It's got to be the same, and you can take them after that, and it's gonna be short. It's gonna just like the shorter the better. That's the key. Like remember, the shorter the better.
Don't ask for a name, right?
Yeah, and what we do with our CAPTCHA page, I didn't actually include the pictures here, but what we use with our CAPTCHA pages, we don't ask for names, and you don't have to, take my word on it. It's up to you how you're gonna market your business. I'm just sharing with you what I do for us and what really works good for us. So we don't ask for phone number or name. We just ask for email, because people, you get more opt-ins and people are just more curious. They have, and the thing, yeah, and my husband is like helping me out here. He's really excited.
I want to be there.
He want to jump on the hangout and be here too. Yeah, so we don't ask for anything but the email, and yeah, I should have put the image here, but one thing that I can give you advice on, the sign in button, the button that says, click here, or join, or whatever things you say there. One thing that I learned is good to, if you want people to put really good not the videos, if you want people to put real emails, you should say something like, send me the video, because by saying send me the video, it shows them that, okay, the video is going to be sent to their email box. So if they're going to put something, like, that's not real, some fake email, they're not going to receive that video. Even if they see that video right away, you still want to put send me the video so you get that real email. Another thing is the word get. If you really, if you're stuck and you really don't know what kind of, I don't know, line or what kind of word to use there, start with word get. Get your free report, get your video, get your, I don't know, get your ebook. Yeah, because why word get? Because people like to get stuff. They like to, have something. They give you email for something, so they have to get something in return, and that's kind of what people think when they put in emails. They, if you say get, they'll be like more likely, oh, I want to get this, I want to get this ebook, I want to get this video, I want to, whatever you offer in them, it's, people really like it. And I mean, there is for an hour, it's really impossible for me to cover every single aspect of, Facebook marketing. I was just giving you an idea on what you can pay attention, what you can kind of focus on while you're marketing on Facebook. And I don't know, maybe we'll do another hangout. Maybe you guys can, send me a message on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions too. So yeah, this is what you're kind of paying attention when you creating the copy, creating for your ad. And here are some things that you shouldn't do on Facebook, because I did them. I got in trouble when I was just getting started. I did not know much about, Facebook rules and how you market on Facebook. I was just like, it was kind of more like ignorance on fire. I was ready to do whatever it takes. And you know, my friend actually, my friend taught me some things, and he's a good marketer, and I learned a lot from him. And he said, you know, like, who cares? I'm just gonna do it and see if it's gonna work. And I was doing it, and I got my account banned, and I never actually got it back. So I don't want it to happen to you, and don't repeat my mistakes. That's why we're doing this hangout, so you can learn on other people's mistakes, and you just do what's working, okay? So first of all, don't use images of half-naked bodies. This is not good. You know, we talked about images of girls, but that's like, you know, like a profile. It's not the whole body, you know. Just don't use, you know, naked bodies. It's, you know, Facebook gonna block you. If not right away, they'll block you in like a couple of days. Yeah, they'll block you eventually, and it's really pain. It's really a pain to get your account back. So naked bodies, no. Images of famous people and marketers. Marketers especially, they don't like. For example, if you're using like Tony Robbins, he's not really a marketer, but if you're gonna use Tony Robbins' image, you're gonna get in trouble. If you're gonna use his name, I'm not sure, but you might get in trouble. And yeah, so be careful, be kind of wise. There are a lot of different ways on how you can market without, you know, using the images or the pictures. Because imagine if you're gonna be like, you know, $1 million earner or $100,000 earner, and someone goes on Facebook and starts writing an ad, hey, this and this said that this and this is so cool. You wouldn't want that, because that's really confusing your people. So don't do that to other marketers either, and famous people too, because I actually got, I think, we actually got a call from someone because we were using somebody's name when we just got started like 2 years ago, and they, well, yeah, we got a few calls from people, and they were actually really nice. They just said, okay, well, can you please take the ad down, because if you're not gonna do it, you know, we're gonna have to take some actions, and you don't want to go through that. Just, you know, be smart, be how is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Just be smart. Yes. And number 3, don't use company logos. That's like the biggest no. If you are to market, for example, with MLM companies, don't use their logos, because they are so strict about it. You're gonna have so many problems, so many challenges with that. You just don't want to go through. So that's kind of,
tell them a trick that you can write it.
yeah, that's you know, just don't, be creative. There's so many ways that you can market to network marketing companies without actually using their logos or the picture of their products. There's a lot of other ways, and if you really spend time on thinking about it, you're gonna, you know, figure out the way. And that's kind of what I have for my presentation, Lisa. I didn't want to spend like a lot of time, you know, because I didn't know how much time we're gonna have. And this is kind of like a tiny bit of what's actually possible on Facebook, because there's so much more to explore and to do.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Oh, I'm getting like a feedback.
You getting feedback from me?
I think so.
Uh-oh. Okay, hold on.
Is your let me see. Can you mute yourself? Maybe that's better.
Okay, give me a
Testing
second.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I think that's actually good now. It's actually good now. Yep,
are we
I don't
good
get
now?
feedback anymore.
Okay.
Yep,
All right.
we're good now.
All right.
No, actually, you have to mute yourself. I did it again.
Oh.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was awesome. Facebook training. Very basic stuff, guys. What I loved about what you shared, you said one thing that most people don't get. Most people don't live by.